All right, time for a spoiler discussion of episode 3. I like to be hugged. This one opens up with Chucky diving into his origins and talking about his first kill. He goes, I'm going to tell you about the first person I ever killed, and then we never really see who that is. Like it goes to a flashback to him at a birthday party cutting a cake like it's a human face, like, but then we never see who he killed. Like who was his first kill? I guess later on it's his mom, but just the way that flashback ended, it never really answered the question. Like, so who was it? Who was your first kill? Like, what made you start killing? But so then after the birthday party flashback, we got Junior and Lexi running around jogging and matching outfits. It's just like a coincidence, I guess. He thinks that Junior is Lexi. He's going to like stab her while she's jogging, but it ends up being Junior instead. Like who? What middle schoolers buy matching outfits together? Like that's like an adult couple thing. So Lexi gives him this pathetic apology that is not sincere. She's just apologizing to get her spoiled little sister, the doll, and when she doesn't get it right away, she shows that she was full of shit. That apology was just for the doll. Like, she's such a pathetic person. I hate her. But eventually, he does give her the doll. Chucky's like, give me to her, and I'll fucking kill her for you. And so he gives her the doll, and at no point, like I said in my episode 1 discussion, do they ever wonder how that talent show thing was ever possible. They see the doll, they hear it, it doesn't sound like the way it did at the talent show. Yeah, they could be thinking, well, maybe he was making that voice. It was like a ventriloquist act. The doll is not a puppet. You can't work its lips, and there's no way Jake can make that voice. I like the callback to part 1 with Chucky wanting to watch the news and Caroline's on the couch with him, and the sister's like, what are you doing? And she's like, Chucky wants to watch the news. I thought it was funny that Lexi sings Don't Fear the Reaper to put her sister to sleep. Interesting choice of song to sing. Was that supposed to be like a homage to Halloween? I mean, that song's in a million movies, but the first one I think of that has it is Halloween. Another line of dialogue that's very similar to Child's Play 1 is, I didn't say it, Chucky did. Aunt Maggie's a real bitch and got what she deserved. Why would you say a thing like that, Andy? In this one, the daughter, Caroline, says something and like, Chucky wants to kill you, sister. And she's like, why would you say something like that? I didn't say it, Chucky did. So then we get our one kill of this episode, and it's an accident where it's murder, but it's an accident. Chucky mistakes this bully, this dude who's like Lexi's ex-boyfriend, and he stabs him in the hallway in the leg, like calling him Lexi at first, and he's like, oh shit, my bad, I thought you were Lexi. Oh, fuck it. And he just starts stabbing him a bunch, and it's like cut, it keeps cutting back and forth with a flashback to his childhood when Chucky saw his dad getting killed by some random murderer. And the way this was done, just, I didn't like it. This should have been more vicious, more like brutal, like more horror, not comedy, because it felt comedic to me. Like, I like the one-liner before, oh, fuck it, I thought you were Lexi, but the way they executed this with the knife, like, they're trying to make the doll look like he's stabbing the dude, like, why can't this dude like quickly crawl away, and why isn't he like turning over and fighting back? It was just a weird sequence. Like, I didn't like the way it played out, like how he was stabbing him, like he kept stabbing him in the same spot, like his side. I don't know, like this should have been way better. Then Chucky finally attacks the right target. He gets Lexi in her bedroom. She's smoking weed by herself, and we get like a fake out scare with his shoes underneath the curtain. You think he's standing behind the curtain, but for some reason he just put his shoes down there. Unnecessary, but whatever. He jumps on her back and his legs start like flailing everywhere. He's kicking his legs just like he did with Kyle in Child's Play 2. So I like that. It always looks silly when you see his legs doing that. It makes me laugh every time. And he's strangling her with her own necklace. And at some point, she looks behind her and realizes that it's the doll doing that, because up until that point, she had no idea who was strangling her, but could tell it was someone small. Probably thought it was her own sister, and then looked and realized that it was the doll killing her at that moment. And then her joint lights the room on fire. A gust of wind comes in and makes the fire bigger. There's an explosion, and everyone downstairs can't hear it. They're just still dancing with their wireless Bluetooth headphones on. Like, bullshit. Bullshit. They would have heard that explosion. There's no way. But yeah, and then we find out in episode 4 that she's not dead, right? Like, I haven't watched it yet, but I saw like a still, and she's still alive. How is she still alive? He kept her in that room, like he wasn't gonna let her leave. Like, I thought his plan was, I got you in the corner. I'm gonna make sure you stay in this room and burn alive. There was a fucking fire explosion, and she's still alive. And then for some reason they bleep out a curse word, like they're saying fuck. They're saying fag, and now they're bleeping cunt. I think that's what he said. He's like, this is for Jake, you fucking little bleep. Why would they bleep it? I have it on physical media. I'm not watching it on television. Why are they bleeping it? That actually, pissed me off. Meanwhile, Jake is visiting his parents at the cemetery, the same one in Bride of Chucky. It would have been cool if, for some reason, there was, some still, blood stains, you could tell there was blood on his gravestone, because Charles Lee Ray's grave is right around the corner from his parents, and at the end of Bride of Chucky, he shot the grave digger dude right in the back of the head, and blood hit it, so it would probably have that blood stain on it still. I doubt it, but just that would have been kind of a funny, cool little callback to Bride of Chucky if there was a blood stain on Chucky's grave still. Then we find out that Chucky killed his mom when he was a kid. After he saw his dad butchered downstairs, he ran up and hid in the closet with his mom, and then by the time the killer got upstairs and opened up the closet door to kill them, Chucky already did it for him. And Chucky, sitting next to his bloody mom says, I helped. I got my own knife, I did it myself. And then the killer's like, you got guts, kid, cool. And then he starts giving him tips, you gotta cover your tracks, you gotta wipe the blood off the knife. And then gives him a little wink and a shoot and walks away. So I take it his mom was his first victim, because that's how the episode opened. I'm gonna tell you who my first kill was, and you gotta find the right moment, he says, to Jake, you gotta pick your moment and whatever. So then by the end of the episode, I guess that's what it was. It's showing that his first victim was his mom, and he chose that moment because he can easily blame it on the guy who broke in and killed his dad. All right, now I can make it look like he killed my mom too. So smart kid. Crazy kid, but smart. So yeah, that's the end of episode 3. I liked it, just like episode 2. I'm not sure which one I like better. But I would give this one a 3.5 out of 5. I like it just about the same as episode 2, and haven't seen the rest yet, so that's what I'm going to go do right now. I'm going to go watch episode 4, and I will see you in the next video.